In any other world, you could tell the difference.
Hi, my name is Alex.
Hey, I'm Jordan.
He forgot again that it was his weekend. He was supposed
Sometimes
to
I
be
feel like
at
I'm
Mom's
screaming
house,
at the
but
world.
he never showed
Screaming
up.
at so loud that I'm good
My
enough.
mom
I'm
told me
here.
I was a
I
princess.
exist.
She sat me down and told me I lived in a great big castle with high white walls. She sat me down and told me, looked me right in the eye. I was a princess and nobody could tell me different. That I lived in a castle and nobody could get in unless I asked them. She said that one day I would find my knight in shining armor and then I wouldn't need a castle anymore. And then she laughed and I could smell the beer. She laughed and told me not to wait. I guess I can't blame him really. I mean, he doesn't
And
know
no one
I'm
really
alone
notices that I'm there.
Nothing less.
I just
feel
broken
broken
down. No one
memories.
takes time to realize that I'm
accept this.
terrified.
It just doesn't stop the hurt. How is it that I know what to write, that the words flow, but when I speak,
I hate being the new kid, not knowing anyone at the beginning of the year. I mean, man, it sucks, and we're always moving around. I just can't stay.
I always am. But I've never been at this high school before. I don't want to mess up. And what if I'm the guy who doesn't have any friends? I haven't had a best friend in years. Sure, I have pen pals I've managed to keep, but I've never been able to stay anywhere long enough to meet someone that, clicked. The worst is when I move in the middle of the year. I mean, Dad can't homeschool me. I get that. But it's really hard. Everybody already has their own place. You have to make do with the crumbs of other friendships, and you can never get the whole meal. You just get the scraps.
We're always moving around. I mean, I guess it's pretty cool that I've lived in 11 states, but I trade that for staying together.
Not that it matters that
years,
much.
any
But I'm always been class for teams, never invited to parties. Nobody knows me. I'm good enough, though. I know I am. I know I am.
John Locke criticized monarchy and favored self-government, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I wonder if Benjamin likes me. I wish he would ask me to come home. I have an interest in everything.
Thomas Hobbes believed all people are naturally wicked. Unlike Locke, he believed that people
Voltaire
should give
was
up the rights to one supreme ruler
God, I
and
hate
look
this
out.
class. I'll probably fail anyways. Voltaire went to prison. Voltaire was French. Voltaire wrote books, like 70 in total. Blah, 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 and a whole lot more blahs.
Rome was built on stories.
My grandfather would always tell me the old Chinese folk tales about the dragons that protected Asia.
Many others.
But I always loved the best.
Two things. Left alone in the woods. One of the largest empires in history. An empire spanning generations. Rome was built on a chance, created from the silver lining.
There was this giant egg, and inside were yin and yang, dark and light, sun and moon, earth and sky, and the great dragon, Pandu.
Their mother was Rhea, and their father, the god of war. In order to protect her children from the vicious envy of others, Rhea sent her children down the river. To save them, she loved them, praying for so
into the dirt, creating rivers, and bursts of flame into the sky, creating stars.
raised by wolves, found by a shepherd and his wife. Noble birth, poor beginnings. But as they got older, they realized they no longer wanted to keep sheep. They wanted to be kings.
The dragon created people by blowing tiny bursts of fire and letting them cool. The fire burned inside and gave them life. We're all created from a tiny spark inside.
But Rome was still built on stories, and the stories stayed.
It's just an old myth, but the story stayed.
Once upon a time, there was a
Philosopher who spoke of a god. The god
the
created,
stories of the earth. One by one, he would spin his tales
and the people of the earth were given them as gifts. He gave them knowledge.
and love. But more importantly, how to be able to recognize the between
Right and wrong. He gathered all the people together and he gave them a purpose. He took each one and he
split them in half, right down the middle, and sent them all over the world, scattered them across the oceans and the continents, and
told them to search, told them to look as far as they had to find their other half, to make themselves whole. But now a whole made up of two separate pieces.
I did.
You know that age-old story, boy meets girl? I wish someone would
Kelly
look
is
people
having
in the
a
eyes
birthday
when they're
party.
young and tell them
Every
it's all a
single
lie.
person in my
trying
grade
to
got
sign our
invitation.
report cards.
Everyone but me.
I guess
Some of
Maybe
the
she's
best
gone.
days
I'm
feel
proud that I had it.
Yeah,
Well,
well.
I like remember me. I hear the pieces. I really hope you do. I don't really like.
I just need one person. If I could prove I was good enough to maybe just one person, maybe that's all I need. I mean, once you're in, you're in.
Once upon a time, my mother looked me in the eye and told me I was a princess.
A queen.
Royalty.
Once upon a time, my dad put down his work and told me I was a knight in shining armor.
Prince.
A king!
And for once, it didn't matter that she was drunk or falling apart or not all there.
For once, he set his work down and spent some time just with me.
She told me that I was worth it, that I was enough. I would always be enough. I just had to believe it.
Understand it.
Accept it.
He told me that I didn't need other people to make myself whole. That despite the stories, you could fill yourself up with the beauty of the world and not wait on someone else to fill it for you.
Just take a little bit and pour.
And for once, I could look my mother in the eye and be proud of her. In the hurricane that was us, we had a moment of peace.
For the first time, he took a moment to just be with me. No distractions, no interference, just the two of us together.
She told me that sometimes, though, you find someone and they click, like two puzzle pieces that just fit together.
In a messed up jigsaw.
All you need is the right fit.
Sometimes you find the other half that the God split, that had been wandering around.
Looking for its other half. Until it finds the match.
Today, I think I found someone.